So on his first day, and with the stroke of a pen pardoning 1,550 people who violently beat law enforcement, the president wished to make something abundantly clear. If you use violence in my service, I will have your back. And so people that came in through these doors and bear-sprayed police officers and beat them with flagpoles, took apart metal barricades and beat them with that, crushed them in the doors. Officer Daniel Hodges, I'll never forget the images of him being crushed in that revolving door. Well, the people who did that, they got a pardon. Pardoned the ringleaders or gave them clemency. Leaders of the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers, violent, unrepentant white nationalists who conspired to overthrow the peaceful transfer of power. I mean, how did we get here where a president of the United States would pardon people for doing that? Some were convicted of seditious conspiracy, one of the most serious crimes in our legal system. Others were convicted of dragging police officers into violent crowds and of beating them, of bear spraying them, of crushing them. We witnessed it. We were here. I was here, not on this side of the Capitol, but on the other side. I was here. I was here when they were breaking windows to get in. I was here on the House floor. One of the floor managers that day opposing the efforts to overturn the election. I was here. When the Speaker was whisked out of her chair, I was here. When the Capitol Police first informed us there were rioters in the building, I was here. When the Capitol Police told us that we needed to get our gas mask out, I was here. When we struggled to open the damn things that were in these sealed plastic pouches, I was here. When those masks were deployed and it was a polyurethane bag you were supposed to pull over your head with an elastic band around your neck. I was here when the fan that circulates the air in those masks so that you don't asphyxiate, when the sound of those fans was everywhere on the House floor and in the gallery. I was here when Capitol Police told us that we needed to get out, that they cleared an exit route. We needed to get out. I was here when some of my Republican colleagues in the House, as I waited on the House floor and we could really hear those people banging on the doors to get in, said, "You can't let them see you." One of them said, "I know these people, I can talk to these people, I can talk my way through these people. You're in a whole different category." And I have to say, at first I was oddly touched by their evident concern for my safety. But my next impression was, if they hadn't been lying about the election, I wouldn't need to worry about my safety. None of us would. Donald Trump pardoning the folks who were attacking police officers that day, this wasn't about mercy. This wasn't about justice. These people hadn't made restitution or shown any repentance, far from it. This was about power. This was about a hope to erase the crimes that had been committed in his name. This was a message to his supporters that the violence and illegal acts aren't just to be tolerated, be rewarded, because that's what this was. This was a message. A message that if you fight for him, if you storm the Capitol, if you brutalize police officers, if you try to overthrow an election, you will be protected. You'll be hailed even. They'll make choirs with you, like Kash Patel. You will be absolved because he, the president, so desperately wants to be absolved. He wants to somehow remove the stain of his impeachments, of the violent attack in his name. So what's happened to some of these criminals since they've been pardoned by Donald Trump? One of those pardoned was killed in a shootout with police in Indiana. Model citizen, I'm sure. One of them was arrested 4 times between storming the Capitol and being pardoned by Donald Trump. Another was rearrested for unlawfully possessing a gun as a felon. That was for his 2017 conviction for domestic violence battery by strangulation. Seems like a worthy candidate for a pardon by Donald Trump. One rioter who attacked police with bear spray and a metal whip on January 6th is now grappling with unresolved charges of soliciting a minor, a third-degree felony carrying up to 10 years in prison. Maybe he'll be pardoned for that. These are the people that Donald Trump pardoned, that he celebrated because they showed loyalty to him. And in Trump's world, nothing else matters.